you warm up, you do some basic postures to get the blood moving. But then as the postures begin to get more complicated or bindy or twisty or lengthening, you're using this idea of patience, kindness. I'm not going to hurt my body. I'm not going to overextend, right? And allowing the process to happen. So that's really important, right? And then this entire physical practice ends with maybe a seated meditation. Meditation's a huge part, right? And just physically being able to sit for longer, right? So physically kind of wearing yourself out, being able to sit for longer and being able to literally let the thoughts come and go, and knowing that the important ones will come back and that the not so important ones will maybe be gone forever, right? So letting it all resurface, right? So that's in general what we do, right? The entire practice of yoga was started because they wanted to meditate for longer, and they looked around in nature and thought, well, if we stretch like a bird and stand like a tree, we'll be able to sit for longer. So all of their inspirations, the entire idea of an asana practice, of the actual postures, were developed by people looking around in nature and thinking, well, if I just stretch a little like that, maybe I'll be able to sit longer. It was literally how the problem solved. Most people are sort of trapped. I think we're conditioned between the subconscious and the conscious mind, right? We're a little trapped. So usually we're trained to think a certain way. We're trained by our experience, our memories. We're trained to react. We're trained to think a certain way. And if you can step back and allow whatever it is to bubble up, you might surprise yourself with what you find. You might find that you're like, oh my God, I've been doing that all along, or I thought that I would like that, and I realized, like, oh, I don't really, but allowing yourself, trusting yourself, allowing yourself the opportunity to step back. Sometimes that comes through meditation. Sometimes it just comes through even if really physical practice, or people who go for a run, or people who take a bike ride, how that refreshes your mind. There's this yoga joke that we hold our issues in our issues in our tissues, but we do hold stuff, right? And that's a proven fact. And so, yeah, deep stretching will definitely take you to places that you didn't know that you could go. And I've seen people cry. I've seen people get up and write something. I've seen people who have stood out in the hallway and have said, like, oh my God, you have not believed the day I had. And then have come in and just said to me, like, I got it. It came to me,